In putting the new album together on the back of the success of the debut, did you feel sort of sort of more at ease, on the back of the fact that the album had done so well, or was there sort of more of an expectation, of making sure that people, continued to support what you guys were doing?
Well, I think it's a long answer, but that one, I think what we got to do is we got to value our own opinions of ourselves rather than those of others. Just as human beings, you got to do that. But like we said before, maybe we should have paid attention, because we were smoking and drinking our way through this whole recording process, and everybody was, at the end of it, we're like, wow, man, you guys must have been really stressed, and we're like, can't remember being stressed. I mean, it's rock and roll, man. It ain't brain surgery, I guess the only thing you can do is just do what you do and try not to change it too much, because once you start actually being really introspective and paying attention to what you do and trying to figure out all the variables, you lose it.
And when you look at the new album, how would you sort of best, sum it up, as an album, short of saying it's 100% Colombian?
Well, I like this album. I think we did what we were supposed to do. I mean, at the end of the day, I'd listen to it. I think it has got a lot of good stuff on it.
Because
it's made. No, what'd you say?
No, sorry, carry on.
Oh, no, I was just, I can't really say any of my children are ugly, can I?
True. But as I say, when again with this album, you venturing back into the territory of the debut album. But when you look at, in summing up Fun Loving Criminals, what tracks are the ones that you guys love to do? I mean, if you have to sort of go through like the single, is that where you love to be, or is it a case of
singles are chosen by the record company. I mean, we make albums, and I think this album kind of reflects what's going on in our city and how we feel about it, and the different stories that you run into. So, depending on your mood, is kind of the song. I think this song kind of is another soundtrack kind of vibe where you can play it and you can find different things that can fit into your day pretty good. So I guess depending on your moods, depending on the track.
And so, with the band's profile obviously having grown drastically over the last 2 years. Are you aware that there's more people out there listening, just more aware of, of what you're doing and how you're doing it and how you're putting it together, because there are so many sort of fans anticipating, good things from you?
I think the responsibility factor's got to end when you understand and you appreciate and you're humbled by the people giving you support. But the band is usually the least important part of the equation. It's more about how the people, like you said, the people are enjoying the music and making it part of their lives. So we're just going to keep doing what we do and give them what we gave them. And I think no bullshit's pretty much with the way they want it, and there are enough professional wrestlers out there. I think what we do is a little different, and the people appreciate that. So we're just going to keep doing what we do until, they tell us that they're finished, But for us as musicians, if people understand and dig the music, that's all you can hope for,
Is it sort of like a conscious thing that you have to sort of, keep yourself humble and keep yourself well,
it's just the way you're raised, we're not the type, I would have never thought I was going to be a musician, the way I look at it, life has a lot of different parts to it, and right now Huey's a musician, but the one thing that I'm going to do throughout my life is I'm going to walk through life respectful of others and be humbled by experiences that mean things to you, and I think the rest of the boys feel the same way. And as we're doing this, we'll do whatever else we do, or whatever else we did,
Because you're in an industry that is sort of known for its fickleness and for its for its egos and all its nonsense that goes with it.
Absolutely.
How do you sort of deal with with that side of it? Do you just sort of shut yourself off to it and just keep tight as a band?
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for ignoring things, and we ignore that whole side of the industry. We don't hang out with people like that, and we don't put ourselves in positions like that. And also, there's three of us, so we definitely keep each other in check. And I think that's important to have a good family kind of feeling when you're in a band. A lot of bands get together because everybody's cute and they're all going to make some money. And we got together because we were all three roommates and dear friends, and we had a little something going on. So it's the way you look at it. It's the way you set it up. I mean, we made music to make music, not to make money. So it's a different approach.
So would you say that the relationship is strengthened on the back of the success as well? That you guys are even tighter now than you were say before the success?
No, I think just the times that have passed, the touring and the things that have happened have definitely brought us closer together as a family. And we have a great crew that's been with us from the beginning, and that's a extended family as well.
And Huey, I mean, if you look at the whole thing, if you sum it up as a whole, what part of what you do is the best part for you? The part that gives you the biggest satisfaction?
I think just doing what God's gifted you with is makes you happy, and I think playing music makes me happy. And I know that it's not all me. I know it comes from somewhere else. And just the fact that I can get down with the universe like that and do a positive thing is where it's at. If I was a carpenter, if that was my calling, I'd be loving to do that. It's kind of what God gifts you with. If you're able to do that for a living, you're way ahead of the game, and you feel good.
And I mean, if I take a track from the album, say like Korean Bodega, a track like that, how does a track like that come together for Fun Loving Criminals?
I really had no idea how that song came together. It's a great song about a guy who owns a store. A bodega is a Puerto Rican word for store, like a deli or whatever.
Okay.
And this guy, it's owned by a Korean dude who's a friend of mine. And I was short $2 buying some stuff one night. And he says, okay, forget about the $2, just write a song about me, Huey. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, write a song, and it's all good. You don't have to pay me back. I was like, hey, great. So I wrote a song, and he likes Bo Diddley, so there you go.
Yeah, because, I mean, I think that's what gives the album its freshness, especially at a time, I think, when there's a lot of stuff out there that, is very much a clone of something else, whereas Fun Loving Criminals have always sort of separated themselves just by virtue of what you do, by offering something completely sort of different. And I mean, I don't think I could name anybody else who, I mean, as much as I'm sure you reference artists and bands that have been an influence to you, but in essence, you're looking at an album that is very unique to yourselves.
I mean, that's kind words. Thank you. I mean, we like to think that we're doing stuff that's, that we put ourselves into. And I think that's kind of the way you got to do it, Even if no one was watching or listening, we'd probably still be doing this, because that's how we're feeling.
Now, how are you guys going to be supporting the album? Are you going to be doing sort of one of these huge tours across the world, or are you going to be...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And
absolutely. We will go any place that has a PA system.
Okay.
And we're going to go down to South Africa on this tour, too. So
superb.
Keep an eye out for us.
Absolutely, yeah. We're just, as I say, we'll keep tabs on that, because I think that would go down an absolute storm.
Hey, I love doing this stuff.
Yeah, there we go. But as you say, I mean, I think, you'll obviously continue doing this, like you said, to the point that it's no longer fun.
Yeah, I think we'll do it to the point, I think we'll always play music together. We might end up scoring film or something, but we'll always be involved with each other. I think just the fact that I found two lifelong buddies that see things a lot similar than I do, it's a special thing. I think we'll be doing it for a long time to come.
Excellent. Hugh, could I ask you one last favor, if I may?
Sure, bro.
This is going to be going out on 5FM, which is South Africa's national music broadcaster. And I was just wondering if you could perhaps just say, hi, this is Huey from the Fun Loving Criminals, and you're listening to 5FM.
Sure, I'd love to, man.
Whenever you're ready.
Whenever you're ready.
Great.
Okay, cool. Hey, everybody out there, this is Huey from the Fun Loving Criminals, and you're listening to 5FM, rocking South Africa. God bless you.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Huey. I appreciate it.
Hey, my pleasure, man.
Listen, you take it easy, and I hope this is one of the last interviews you do for today, because I'm sure you...
I think I got one more, man, but this was definitely one of the cooler ones.
Great. Thank you kindly.
Hey, you're welcome, man. You have a good one, okay?
Thank you. Take care now.
All right, God bless.
Bye now.